The rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors. Yeah, I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
Listen to everybody, but you believe all proof.
Believe the facts.
This video is proof.
Period.
That really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court.
If Diddy goes down, everybody goes down. My career suffered because I didn't let these men. Do you understand? Why did they let Hugh Hefner go to his grave? Where was it the crime in Hugh Hefner? That nigga had a house full of women and called it the Playboy Mansion. And all the celebrities went there.
Let me tell you about the tea that's got Joe Rogan's jaw on the floor. We're talking about Diddy's infamous freak-offs, these wild parties that are shaking up Hollywood like an earthquake. Now, if you don't know what a freak-off is, let's just say it's the kind of party your mama warned you about, where the rich and famous get up to some seriously scandalous business. The names involved in this mess, we're talking a list of celebs you never expect. I'm talking about folks who play all innocent on the red carpet, but apparently get real freaky behind closed doors. Joe Rogan couldn't even believe his ears when he heard who's been spotted at these shindig. The streets are saying this tea could change Hollywood forever. We're not just talking about a little scandal here. This is the kind of dirt that could end careers and break up power couple. The fallout from these revelations, it's going to be messier than a toddler eating spaghetti. Trust and believe.
You want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately: Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
There's been...
Damn. Now, she goes in a little deeper. Here it is, 1150, where she specifically calls them out again.
Oh, absolutely. I just don't know why they are. It's been happening in front of everyone's faces for decades. For decades.
How many victims...
What's the difference between me and Judy Garland? Social media.
How many victims...
There was none for her.
It's true. Judy Garland's... A lot of stories coming out about how awful she had to deal with things back in the day.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well.
Jay-Z and Beyonce is who she just named.
They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Pierce.
Dude, that's either super stupid of her or super gutsy, Lewis. it's hard to sort of tell what's going on there, but those are some fierce words coming in from Jaguar Wright. What are your reactions there?
Scary. I hope none of this is true, but we'll wait and see. I think she brought up an excellent point, because we tend to always vilify social media. And I didn't mention this during the show while we were live, but social media could do some good. It could elevate people's voice and give a voice to people that wouldn't have a voice in the past and stuff. So, and then, I don't know if you're going to run it, but after this, a lawyer suggested she does get a lawyer up and stuff. And I don't know this lady. I haven't followed her. I don't know. Her body language seems to indicate that she's sure of what she says. But then there's a few instances where it looks kind of like an act. So I'm on the fence there as far as maybe there's some truth and maybe there's some not truth.
Well, Vlad TV came on after and pretty much just completely negated everything.
Well, Jaguar Wright is known to be a conspiracy theorist. I don't really co-sign anything that she says. I've never had her on my show, and I don't have any plans to have her on my show.
You don't believe her?
She got an album in 20 years, and a lot of this stuff is just stuff she's heard, things she's making up, and so forth. I'm not saying that there aren't serious things that Diddy may have done, but yeah, I can't co-sign anything that Jaguar Wright is saying.
I'm not sure if there's saying that he may have done. Dude, this dude, it was weird because I've never had an issue with Vlad. I guess didn't pay attention enough, but he's pretty much signing for Diddy the whole time and just completely calls out Jaguar, but then goes ahead and makes his own conspiratorial sort of thoughts, as Lewis and I noticed throughout it. It was pretty shocking. So, and then yes, this is the lawyer. I don't have her name, but she came on. She was wonderful. She called them both. She called Vlad a culture vulture, and she called for what he's done to black artists. And she said Jaguar needs to get a lawyer to be careful.
Now let's spell some names. Remember those squeaky clean stars you idolize? Well, turns out some of them are dirtier than a pig in mud, which goody two shoes is actually a freak in the sheets. The answer might just break the internet. First up, we've got America's sweetheart, Jennifer Lawrence. You know her as the lovable girl next door from the Hunger Games, but apparently she's been playing a whole different kind of game at Diddy's parties. Joe Rogan's eyes nearly popped out of his head when he heard this one. He was like, Jennifer Lawrence, no way man, that's crazy. Next on the list is none other than Brad Pitt. Yeah, you heard me right. The golden boy of Hollywood has allegedly been getting down and dirty at these freak-offs. Rogan couldn't believe it. Either he was all Brad Pitt. Are you kidding me? That dude's like the poster child for clean living. But wait, it gets even juicier. Remember wholesome Hannah Montana? Well, Miley Cyrus has reportedly been spotted at these wild shindigs too. Joe Rogan was practically speechless. When he heard this, he just kept shaking his head, muttering, man, I thought I'd seen it all. Now here's a shocker that'll make your jaw drop. Tom Hanks. Yes, you read that right. America's dad, the nicest guy in Hollywood, has allegedly been caught up in this mess. Rogan's reaction, pure disbelief. He was like, Tom Hanks? No, that can't be right. If Tom Hanks is involved, then the whole world's gone crazy.
She's the same one that says she's seen the tape with the high-level celebrity, which she told Pierce is shockingly higher than Diddy, bigger, and Pierce was kind of, wow, really? They're now talking about, are they going to be able to buy that tape? It was a little confusing, but the full Pierce Morgan's there available for you to check out. But these aren't the only names coming out. I wanted to take a moment to focus on this Ashton Kutcher article that just dropped while we were live as well, which he's apparently not on the Fed's radar in the Diddy case, contrary to news reports. Really, Ashton, huh? Now, reports were saying he was concerned about getting dragged into the case, but federal investigators do not have him in their crosshairs, TMZ has learned. Multiple sources with direct knowledge of the Diddy probe tell TMZ Ashton is in no way a target of the federal criminal investigation, including Diddy. I'm sorry, excuse me? Since when do the feds tell TMZ who's in and who's not? This is such BS. Such BS. He's been so nervous putting it out there. Oh, Diddy's going to leak something that's not true. He's so preemptively now trying, and this is now an additional piece, and I'm like, are you actually hiding something, brother? A source close to Ashton tells TMZ, Ashton, that's what it at least seems to me, that this narrative has got to stop. Ashton has nothing to do with this. Zero involvement, zero knowledge of these Diddy activities. Ashton, like everyone else in Hollywood, attended a Diddy party 12, 20 years ago. Really, dude? You attended one Diddy party Dude, you hosted them. You were there a lot. You were hanging out with him a lot. You were on talk shows talking about how much you can't talk about the Diddy parties. He was literally on Hot Ones, Lewis, filtering through the party memories. I can't tell that one. I can't tell that one. I can't tell that one. Dude, you bozo, what are you doing? This is ridiculous. And yeah, there were reports that he was terrified Diddy might run to the feds with false allegations. To me, this is so preemptive. This is such bad damage control. He was going to go tell false allegations to weasel out of jail time. But according to TMZ, Ashton has nothing to worry about. Nonsense. If anything, after reading this, I think he should be more worried. This damage control and this PR spin, to me, makes it seem like he's absolutely got something to hide. Why is he putting out something that, Diddy's going to put out false things about me? Okay, weird. Oh, no, I don't have anything to worry about. The feds aren't coming after me. Do you buy this, Lewis, or does this seem like crazy PR spin?
I don't buy that the feds warn people if they're being investigated. That's kind of weird, right? And also if they say, I mean, does he have a phone number that he calls? Like 1-800-FED? Hey, are you investigating me? No. Okay. So let me report on this. I don't get how that works. Look, he's been on the news a lot. Danny Masterson case. And then now the P. Diddy thing, praising the parties. So yeah, he's going to be questioned, and the internet is interneting and making a lot of those old videos become viral. But we've also seen other actors that have been named come out and give a similar statement. I went to the parties a long time ago. I've moved on. So we've seen that a little bit.
Yeah. The other one that we're seeing now is Elon Musk is getting called out. Aubrey O'Day has now added her name to the pile, claiming that Elon Musk knows way more than he's implying. Now, Aubrey O'Day has been one of those people that's been very vocal against Diddy for quite some time. She's been one of the heroes that had the guts to sort of call it out first. Here was the tweet that Elon put out there. How many people in the music industry knew about this?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is news to me. Well, shocking, because I don't know if you know this, but Puff is an investor in Twitter, Musk said. He's a good friend of mine. We text a lot. He's an investor in Twitter. This came out in files. And Azalea Banks came out saying, B word, you knew about it. Diddy is one of your investors, and you was chilling with this individual as well, which we got to be careful on our keywords. 25,000 people, almost 1 million people seeing this, and now add Aubrey O'Day to the mix as she's not having it. She's out there saying how many people. She responded in her post, "Ask your friends; they will tell you," implying that Elon's friends knew, everybody knew. Look, it's a weird look for Elon Musk. It's a weird look for Ashton Kutcher. These people are out there trying to play dumb, and I think they all need to be a bit more careful because they have ties to him. Elon Musk was seen at parties along with Diddy at Chappelle's. Here it is. Chappelle's show. We talked about this in a previous video. If you missed it, check it out. But do you think Elon Musk should be worried?
No,
Lewis.
No, I don't think you should be worried. I think Elon Musk stepped in poop as soon as he obtained Twitter and got political. And once there's mud being slung at both sides, you knew him. Everyone. If you don't like the politician, they're best friends with Diddy. That's the memes out there. And you look, that picture is sitting far away from him. I don't know the extent of the relationship. And maybe they did know, but she was very careful saying his friends, if his friends knew, I don't know. Maybe he knew, and stuff like that. I'm not even saying Ashton knew, and stuff, but he certainly did praise his parties. Now, but
before I forget, Elon, I think knew. If you guys want to look it up,
okay.
You can look up the specific parties he's attended in the past. They sound a little bit like Diddy parties, Lewis, but continue.
Yeah. So, and also there's a lot of Hollywood people saying that they left the parties early because they would get a little bit weird. So I don't know. Are they guilty as well? Maybe. Yeah. So, but that being said, they must look into it. Regardless, they should look into it if he was involved. Why not? If you have nothing to hide, open your door, let people investigate. Right? So that's the way I roll with it.
Yeah, but also my big thing, and we were talking about it, if you want to watch the full live, make sure you hit that subscribe and hit the join, more importantly, to watch the live. But of everything Jaguar said, the thing that stood out with me even more so was the fact that she's just reiterates, they've said nothing, Jay-Z's, Beyonce's, these people who have been very close to Diddy. At a certain point, enough's enough. You got to speak out. And for me, that point was the Cassie video. The fact that more people haven't stood up to condemn Diddy based on that video is kind of shocking. Add to that now a federal indictment, no bail from the judge, 120 now plus lawsuits. There's a certain point where I do think, okay, there's a lot there. I can come out and condemn this behavior while, potentially supporting my friend in private if I need to, or disassociating yourself when it gets to this level. I am pretty shocked to see the Jay-Z's, the Beyoncé's, the Elons, the Ashtons not putting those types of statements out. Instead of this stupid PR spin that, he's not on the radar and, he's worried Diddy's going to put false stuff out there. How about you put out a statement condemning him, Ashton? That'd be a lot more impressive. It would go a lot more further, I think. And good on you. Or can they not? Because then it would be like Diddy's statement about Cassie, because they can't say they weren't involved because maybe they were. Man, there's a lot to break down.
But the list doesn't stop there. We've got Leonardo DiCaprio, known for his environmental activism and dating young models, allegedly mixing it up at these parties. Rogan take Leo. I mean, I know he likes to party, but this is a whole other level. Even squeaky clean Taylor Swift has been mentioned in connection with these freak-offs. Rogan's reaction was priceless. He just sat there mouth agape before finally saying, Taylor Swift, man, I don't know what to believe anymore. And get this, even some politicians are allegedly involved. I'm talking big names, folks in high places. Rogan was practically pulling his hair out at this point. He was like, politicians too, this is like a bad movie plot. But hold on to your wigs, cause I've saved the biggest bombshell for last, the one name that had Joe Rogan literally lost for words. You ready for this? It's Oprah Winfrey. Yeah, you heard me right, the queen of daytime TV herself. When Rogan heard this, he just sat there in stunned silence for a good minute before finally whispering, Oprah. No, that's impossible. Now, let's be clear here. These are all allegations and rumors at this point. Nothing's been proven in court, but the fact that these names are even being mentioned in connection with these freak-offs, it's sending shockwaves through Hollywood.
The Southern District of New York, and they took that along with all these other people that came forth, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna see everybody that's, for the most part, that's going to be, that testified in the grand jury are all the civil cases. So they built this case off the civil cases. This is why it goes back to just 2009, 2008, 2009, when he started dating Cassie. That's it.
Now, that's not statute of limitation then?
I don't know what the statute of limitations are, but to me, it's a domestic violence case, right? The statute of limitations for probably assault may be up, but they charge him with racketeering.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they charging him with conspiracy. So no, there's no statute.
Did you always hear about these freak-offs? Because that seems to be the headline for him.
Freak-offs came out in more
recent time.
Recently. That was coined, that phrase was coined maybe in Cassie's civil lawsuit, I believe.
Right.
You know, so were there, I call them after parties.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Is there parties in the industry where, you know, you go to the award show and then you bring your family and everybody to the after party, and then there's the party where only the celebrities in the elite club or the gay boule people go to, because if you're not with that lifestyle, then you have no business being
But
there.
$1,000 bottles of baby oil, that seems to be an after party after that you just named. It's like,
bro, they said he had 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I don't know if that's true, false. Like, baby oil is not a fucking crime. That's not 1,000 grams of cocaine. That's not 1,000 bricks. There's nothing illegal about baby oil.
It seems that they may have video evidence of this baby oil being used.
How?
Because they said he was filming this stuff.
Okay, but can you kill somebody with baby oil?
Okay, so great point, right? I do think it was interesting that they're trying to put certain conversation out there in terms of the press by even CNN report about freak-offs in the detail that they did. Is this like a plot to kind of embarrass him?
Listen, you could have had a threesome, a foursome, a fivesome. He could have had a tensome, right? Those are our personal preferences and our sexuality. That's not a crime, bro. If Diddy is this super freak nigga that loves to have sex with baby oil all over the place, where's the crime in that? We could go to Amsterdam right now and fuck all day and not go to jail for it. And the police could be standing right there and watch us go right in the room and have sex with every chick on the goddamn block. And we will not go to jail, right? And that will be our personal preference, right?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as I get my motherfucking shit up every door I go in, that's all that matters, right? That would be my personal preference.
Okay.
Right? But that's not a crime. Now, Diddy being a freak is his personal preference. That's not a crime. You called the escort service.
Right.
They got a business.
Right.
How the fuck are you pimping them?
Because at this point,
their employer is pimping them.
And then I'm leveraging them.
No, I'm hiring them for a service.
Okay.
That's it. R. Kelly wasn't selling pussy.
Okay.
Was he? Those was his girlfriends.
Understood.
Right? So if his sexual pleasure, right, is having two girlfriends and they having sex with him and other people get involved.
He's in a voyeur thing.
Yeah, right? Because if that's the case, why did they let Hugh Hefner go to his grave? Where was it the crime in Hugh Hefner? Right. That nigga had a house full of women and called it the Playboy Mansion. And all the celebrities went there. And you think they wasn't fucking in the Playboy Mansion?
Right.
Why he go to jail? Why he didn't go to jail? Why didn't he get indicted? R. Kelly, all he tried to do was be Hugh Hefner. He's in jail 30 years in New York, 20 in Chicago for the sex tape. But 30 years in New York because his girlfriends, he was sex trafficking his girlfriends. How was he sex trafficking his girlfriends? He wasn't bringing them around and selling them to Jay-Z and D'Angelo and you get what I'm saying?
Understood.
So, same thing with Diddy. This whole case is built around Cassie, one woman.
As far as that incident that we all saw.
What other women is he sex trafficking in that case?
Well, I was gonna try to skim through the document, the indictment.
Yeah, good. But
so what's your position? You're not defending him, are you?
Fuck no, hell no, I'm not defending him.
You're more so what, standing up for the right?
I'm just saying that if this is dangerous for men, right?
Okay.
Because if you tricking on women, that shit can become a RICO, right? You my girl, we sleeping with each other. I fly you anywhere, now I'm sex trafficking. What the fuck?
Gotcha.
You think those celebs are the only ones involved? Let me spill some more tea. These parties ain't just about who's there, it's about what goes down behind those closed doors. And trust me, it's wilder than you can imagine. Now picture this, a luxurious mansion hidden away in the Hollywood Hills, the kind of place that makes your eyes pop. We're talking about a playground for the rich and famous, where inhibitions are left at the door, along with those designer coats. The streets are whispering about rooms filled with things that would make even the most open-minded folks blush. You might be wondering, how long has this been going on? Well, honey, word on the street is that these freak-offs have been a Hollywood secret for years. We're talking about a tradition older than some of these celebs' careers. But how have they kept it under wraps for so long? It's all about that hush-hush culture, girl. What happens at Diddy stays at Diddy, or at least it did until now. Let's talk about why these Alistair keep coming back for more. It ain't just about the thrill, honey. There's power at play here. Imagine being in a room where everyone's got dirt on each other. It's like a twisted game of I know what you did last summer, But with way higher stakes, some folks say attending these parties is like an unspoken rule in Hollywood. You show up or you might just find yourself out of the loop. Now I know you're dying to hear some of the wild details that have been floating around found well strapping, cause this tea is piping hot. There's talk of theme rooms, each one more scandalous than the last one. Source claims there's a room where everything, and I mean everything, is covered in gold. Another whispers about a space that's all mirrors floor to ceiling. Can you imagine? And girl, don't even get me started on the costumes. Let's just say some of Hollywood's finest have been spotted in outfits that would make their stylist faint.
So now that he's in jail, and he not gonna get out, Dawn's gonna stand on, oh, this nigga's a piece of shit. Well, you just said on High 97, this nigga was the best thing since cooked bread.
Which is, with that being said, Diddy did get his bail denied. He tried to offer $50 million. And they said they're gonna hold him until his trial begins. So he's gonna be in there.
Well, we don't know yet until today. They have the hearing. That, what you reporting on right there, is with the magistrate.
Gotcha. When
the judge trial sees him later on this afternoon, we'll know for sure if they're gonna accept that or not. So we'll update y'all in a minute.
Man, Cho, you kind of touched on a lot, and I think that you know that this is gonna be a domino effect. Other names are gonna pop up. We're eventually gonna find out who was attending those parties, I assume.
All you gotta do is go on YouTube and go to Diddy's 50th birthday party, Diddy's 40th birthday party, Diddy's 45th birthday party.
I've seen those, but
and look at the crowd. Those are all the people.
But that's not the freak off, but it's like the party before the freak off.
Yeah. Gotcha. So if you narrow that party down, all the people that went home, it was a nice amount of them that stayed and they had fun, allegedly. But that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Watch, you're gonna see. This is gonna be the biggest thing in hip hop since. This is gonna be like the OJ trial of hip hop. It's gonna be big. Like, Tupac trial is gonna be.
Tupac Biggie murders?
This trial is gonna be a huge trial, but Diddy's gonna supersede that. I promise you. You're not going. You see when he walked in the courtroom, nobody was there except for Quincy, Christian, and
I didn't see
Justin. Where's his support, bro? He ain't got no support. And these dummies who don't support him are gonna be the same ones he gonna throw under the bus. Watch. Watch when I tell you.
Okay.
The people that's gonna get pulled into this, Jay-Z gonna get pulled into this. Watch. If he don't, he gonna be a whole other case. I'm telling you, R. Kelly was the beginning of where tricking on women or treating women or flying women out is going to be the major incarceration to celebrities and the black men. They're going to take.
Is it an attack on particularly a black celebrity?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All the rock stars that had all the groupies.
Right.
They don't go through this. This is black people shit. We tear each other down.
But it ain't all fun and games. There's a dark side to these freak-offs that's got people talking. Some say there's a VIP section within the VIP section where the real power players hang out, and the things that go down there hit the kind of stuff that could end careers faster than you can say scandal. Now you might be thinking, how does Joe Rogan fit into all this? Well, our boy Joe's been in the industry long enough to have heard whispers, but even he wasn't prepared for the names that came out. It's like finding out your straightest student is actually running an underground casino in the school basement. Joe's reaction, pure shock, mixed with a hefty dose of what the hell is going on in Hollywood. But here's the kicker of these parties ain't just about the celebs. There's talk of tech billionaires, foreign dignitaries, and even some folks from the sports world getting in on the action. It's like a who-who of the rich and powerful all letting loose in ways you can't even imagine.
I believe it when I see it in the court documents. I believe it when I see it, you know, on court television. I believe it. I believe it, bruh, because I don't believe it. I don't believe not 120 people, bruh. They just opening the floodgates. This shit is crazy, bruh. 120 people. I don't believe it, man. First and foremost, they would have to do a lot of interviews and interrogations on these people. Talk with them when, where, why, how. Do you ever think he ever gonna have a hearing? Is he ever gonna go to court? You know how long it would take to interview 120 people on a essay case? That's a lot of interviewing, bro. That's not happening. There's no way in this earth that that they say 120 people was victimized by this dude. It's no way. I don't believe it. They probably don't believe it. I think they just opened the floodgates or something like that. How did they get 120 people to come forward this quick?
He didn't really go into detail like that. He just said that it was 120 people, including minors. But he did say one of the minors gave Diddy fellatio.
Oh my God, man, listen here. And he trying to get bail, he trying to come home? Nah, If any of that is halfway true, bruh, I don't know what the hell to think. All I know is that there's no way in hell that they got 120 some people ready to come to court and sue them. Listen, what they gonna do? A class action lawsuit? They're gonna put them all together in one bundle and sue him, his companies, everything? Because they can't sue them individually. Because if you sue him, I don't think there's enough money to sue 120 people to sue him individually. So it's crazy that I just don't believe, bro. That's hard to fathom. 120 people that came forward outside the 50 people that was last week, or that's with?
Nah, this is one lawyer with 120 people.
So that's 170 people all together, bro. It's no way. It can't be that much sexual assault in the world. It's no way. What was that? Who was one of the mass of all time? He outdid Jack the Ripper. He outdid Jack the Ripper, man. The Boston Strangler. He just don't have no bodies that we know about. That's crazy, man. I don't believe that, Mighty. I really don't. I don't think that you can legitimately get 120 people to say that Sean John Combs molested them. I don't believe that.
So you don't believe it, you personally? Because I mean, Diddy, he has been throwing parties since the 90s.
But you talking about somebody saying that he sexually assaulted them. What do they consider sexually assault? They had to go there and see and speak with the people and interview them and see if, you know, they may consider some of that shit being consensual. They may think some of the people don't have a case. What if somebody say he touched my butt? He pat me on my butt. That could have been an accident. He brushed up against me. We don't know what these people are saying.
You think that's wild? Wait till you hear what could happen to everyone involved. The tea is boiling over, and some folks are saying it might just burn down T-Town. How many careers you think are on the line? Let's talk about the fallout, cause this ain't just gossip anymore. We're looking at a potential Hollywood earthquake and the aftershocks they could be felt for years. First up, Diddy. If these allegations stick, his empire could crumble faster than a sandcastle in a tsunami. We're talking about his music label, his vodka brand, his clothing line. All of it could go up in smoke. And what about those listers? Their squeaky clean images might be tarnished for good. Imagine Jennifer Lawrence trying to land those Girl Next Door roles now, or Brad Pitt, his heartthrob status might take a serious hit, and poor Tom Hanks' America's Dad might need to find a new title. But it ain't just about their careers. We're talking lawsuits, divorces, sponsorship deals, going up in flames. The streets are saying some of these celebs might have to kiss their fancy mansions goodbye and trade them for a nice little apartment in Noverville. Now let's talk about Joe Rogan. Our boy Joe's in a sticky situation. He's got connections all over Hollywood, and now he's caught between a rock and a hard place. Does he keep quiet and protect his industry friends, or does he spill more tea on his podcast and risk burning bridges? Either way, his show's about to get real interesting.
On this one, bruh, I'm giving Puff the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna throw it out the window. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I don't believe 120 people, he sexually assaulted 120 people. And they have these people as legitimate witness and legitimate cases against them. I'm gonna go with that, man.
Yeah, and the same lawyer, he came out with a hotline for the victims.
Oh, they got a hotline, bro.
Yeah, it's a hotline you can call.
I don't believe that shit. A hotline? My man, listen to me. Do they have a hotline or the federal government have a hotline? Because the federal government didn't have a hotline since FEMA. And nobody put a hotline out on the Catholic Church when the Catholic Church molested those little boys. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody put a hotline on a WWF when they was, Vince McMahon and them was doing their thing to their co-workers and everything like that. They got a hotline on Diddy, man.
Yeah, it's a number out there. We can call it right now. I think I seen it on 50 page. You got your phone on you? We can call it right now.
I keep my phone on me. You don't go, that's like American Express. You don't leave home without your phone. What's the number, man?
1-800 200 7474.
How you get this number, bro?
No, it's online.
Your call may be recorded for call quality assurance purposes. Thank you for calling the Sean P. Diddy Abuse Helpline. This call is being recorded and your responses will be recorded exactly as you state them and reviewed by our staff and legal counsel. The information you provide is very important should you have a case. You may be asked to verify your responses by affidavit, so your complete honesty is crucial. If you agree to provide accurate information to the best of your knowledge under penalty of perjury, please press 1. Otherwise, please disconnect the phone call now.
Man, get out of here. Oh my God, my man, they didn't have a hotline for the Catholic priests, bro. That's crazy. But did they, oh my God, a hotline.
Even though this is just the tip of the iceberg, the streets are whispering that more celebs might come forward with their own stories. It's like a game of celebrity dominoes. Once one falls, they all start tumbling down. Who knows what other secrets might come to light. But let's zoom out for a sec. This ain't just about a few wild parties. We're talking about Hollywood's whole power structure getting shaken up. Those freak-offs, they're like a twisted networking event where the rich and powerful make their deals. If that system crumbles, we might see a whole new Hollywood emerge. And what about the party scene? You think anyone's going to risk throwing a big bash anytime soon? The streets are saying Hollywood might be headed for a serious dry spell. No more crazy after parties, no more exclusive club nights. It's going to be Netflix and chill for everyone. And I mean actually watching Netflix. But here's the really, this scandal might just change how we see our fav CBS. All those squeaky clean images, they're going to be hard to buy now. We might be looking at a new era of celebrity where being relatable means owning up to your wild side. And let's not forget about the legal side of things. The streets are whispering about potential investigations, not just into Diddy, but into everyone who attended these parties. We could be looking at a domino effect that takes down not just celebs, but politicians, business, MO, you name it.
No wonder they got 120 people. You gotta believe some of that shit is bogus, man. If they got a hotline, you know some of that shit is bogus. Yo, let me just tell you something, man. It's a lot of these girls, and now we know that it's men too, has been sexually assaulted by people in the music industry, in the movie industry. sports, just plain old life, bruh. You understand? And the police wouldn't charge or take the case in some of them. I know some individuals that they may have gotten drunk or something like that, and something like that happened, and the police wouldn't even take the case, which is crazy. You got stuff that happened to girls. I have girls calling me all the time saying certain of your favorite rappers have sexually assaulted them. Mom, what? They want to come on the show and do a tell-all. I say, Mom, my show ain't for that. I'm sorry. But if you need assistance, you need to go to the police and tell the police your story. I told them my story. They didn't believe me. And now that the floodgates is open up against Diddy, they got a 1-800 number. Cassidy got 30 million. Yo, people trying to get rich and get theirs, I guess. That's what it looked like to me. I don't believe 120 and plus 50 on top of that. That's 170 already.
So what do you think Diddy should do? You got all these people coming at you. They got a hotline for your victims.
I believe that old boy Diddy, he should pray that they offer him a plea agreement. And the only reason they're gonna offer him a plea agreement if they want somebody more important or more influential than he is. That's the only way they're gonna offer him something. Or he could tell them a story about somebody that could be proven that's way more important than he is, that can bring them down if the feds want them. This is the feds' ball game.
Can you believe all this tea we spilled today? We've got America's sweethearts turning into wild party animals, politicians mixing it up with the glitterati, and even Oprah herself caught in the crossfire is like finding out your grandma's been leading a double life as a secret agent. But here's the real question. What does this say about us and our obsession with celebs? We put these folks on pedestals thinking they're perfect when really they're just as messy as the rest of us. Maybe it's time we stop idolizing these stars and start seeing them for whoop. They really are flawed humans just trying to get by. So what do you think? Are these freak-offs the dirty little secret of Hollywood? Or is it all just smoke and mirrors? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep this party going.